Alrighty, so on Friday we did samples 1 and 2. You should have those written down already. Let's have a look at samples 3 and 4 today. They'll be a little bit more challenging. And then I'm going to give you some time to work. You will remember maybe what I should do is I should do this. Let's just insert a blank page here. Let me just remind you of the new formulas that we have. We have VF equals VI plus AT, where VF is the final velocity, VI is the initial velocity, A is the acceleration, T is the time. We also have D equals VIT plus 1/2 AT squared, where D is the displacement, VI is the initial velocity, T is the time, A is the acceleration, and so on, right? And then the last one, my favorite, VF squared equals VI squared plus 2AD. Right? So those were the three that we derived on, was it Friday?
Yeah.
Friday. Okay, so now we're going to apply those to these questions here. So a boy sliding down a hill accelerates at 1.4 meters per second squared. If he started from rest, in what distance would he reach a speed of 7 meters per second? It's poorly written. In what distance? So we're looking for the displacement, right? So we have acceleration is 1.4. If he started from rest, that's a fancy way of saying the initial velocity is 0. We are solving for distance, and the final velocity is 7. Right? So which one has A, VI, D, and VF in it? Yeah. So this is, in fact, when you see something like this, you go, hey, this is good because this is a single step question. VF squared equals VI squared plus 2AD. Right? So the final velocity here is 7 squared. And remember, I highly recommend putting the numbers in the formula before you do any manipulation. So 7 squared is equal to 0 squared plus 2 times 1.4, and I'm solving for D, right? 49 is equal to 2 times 1.4, 2.8 D, and then it's relatively straightforward. $17.5 meters. Really pretty basic, pretty simple. It's a one-stepper. It's really just identifying the variables that are in the question, plugging in what you know, doing a little bit of math. Okay, let's look at number 4. Here we have a plane. Plane starting from rest at one end of a runway. It undergoes a constant acceleration of 1.6 for a distance of 1,600 meters before takeoff. What is its speed upon takeoff, and what is the time required for takeoff? So we've got 2 parts here. So we've got starting from rest, VI is equal to 0. It undergoes a constant acceleration of 1.6. A distance of 1,600 meters, and what is its speed upon takeoff? So we are solving for VF. Again, which one has VI, AD, and VF in it? VF squared equals VI squared plus 2AD. This time we're solving for the speed, so that's nice. The initial velocity is 0. 2 times 1.6 times our distance of 1,600, which just happens to be 1 mile. 2 times 1.6 times 1,600, and you want to take the square root of that, right? 5120, Mike? Okay. So VF is going to be the square root of 5120. I get 71.5. 71.5 meters per second. Does that seem fast to you?
Oh, it's very slow.
71.5 meters per second?
Oh, that's per second. That's an airplane.
How fast is that in kilometers an hour? Well,
It's like
times 3.6, right? Well, 70 times 3 would be like 200. It's going to be about like 250 kilometers an hour, roughly.
It's like one of the smaller things.
250 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really fast.
Okay. What is the time required for takeoff? How long does it take? So now I have to solve for t. So I gotta find one that has t in it.
VF plus VI.
Will this one work? This one will work. The only problem with using this one is that you're using VF, right, which is what you just solved for. If you made a mistake here, that error might come through. If I solved using this one, right, then, well, you're safe, exactly. And I'd like to show this one because I'd like to show you it's got that square in there. I want to just remind people how that works. So I'm going to use that one, if that's okay. And I don't quite have enough room on the left there, so I'm going to make it a bit longer. So I'm going to go with d equals VIT plus 1/2 AT squared. 1600. Initial velocity is 0, so that's good. 1/2 of 1.6 t squared. So that's going to be, can we just combine two steps here? So it would be what? 1600 all over, and the square root of all that, right? And I get 44.7 seconds. Does that seem like a reasonable amount of time? Yeah, sort of ballparkish, right? But if you've been on a plane before, does like it take 45 seconds to go from to take off? Probably about 20, I would think, right? Yeah. So it's probably, what number do you think is wrong in my problem here? Like 1,600 meters, that's a mile. Would that seem right for a runway? I would say so. 1.6 acceleration, does that seem about right? Those are pretty big engines, right? I'm thinking that 1.6 is actually low, right? It probably is a lot higher acceleration, which is going to give you a much greater speed here and a much lower time there. So yes, that 1.6 is likely opposite. Okay, that's all I have to say today. The front page of this document,
That'd be like a question, like say, like find out what's wrong.
I wouldn't expect it. I just sort of threw that in as an aside. Yeah, good question. The front page are all just sort of think through kind of questions. Okay, I will give you answers to that tomorrow. It is challenging, like 1 to 14. Okay, so 1 to 14 are just sort of questions. I will go through answers to that tomorrow. After that, it gets into what the heck is going on here? Something's missing.
Answers for.
There's a page missing here.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Oh, I see. You know what? The last page should be.
Second page?
Okay. Yes. The last page should be the second page. So page number 1 is the front. Page number 2 is the back. Somehow I got copied wrong. This is page number 2. Is the back one, and then current page 2 is actually page 3, and then it continues. So I think they were out of order when they were photocopied.
Wow.
Okay?
Well,
You'll notice that, I'm just going to fix that right now before it happens again.
Where's my answer?
You'll notice on the bottom of page 2, the new page 2, it says, consider, no, not that one, where it says the following are a review of 30S concepts. These ones here are basic 30S questions. Very simple, very straightforward. If you're finding them crazy easy, skip them.
Wait, where?
Where it says these are 30S review questions. Okay? Yeah, that's actually page 2. I apologize, they were just out of order here. I was away last year, so stuff got.
You're out of order.
When we're outbursts like that, and I'll clear this courtroom. So start with the front,
go to the back.
go to the back,
Go to the middle.
and then go to the middle, exactly. Okay? Don't feel like you have to do every problem. Do enough to feel comfortable.
So.
We need. Because those